Hello and welcome to game number 2 between oGsTOP and oGsMC. oGsTOP, this is oGsMC is going to be playing as the red Protoss player on the left hand side, and oGsTOP is going to be playing as the blue Terran player on the right hand side. So TOP to the right and MC to the left. TOP is going to be making lots and lots of SCVs. This is game number 2 and a best of 7 series. So whoever wins, it seems like 7 divided by 2 plus 1 is 4, is going to take the series and take the title of number 1, being the Kaspersky New Year's something invitational or other. And barracks are going up for the player TOP while the gateway is being morphed in by MC. Both these players are really top notch. Every single unit matters, and the probe is coming to the halfway point and he will be scouting TOP's base, as TOP is also going to be scouting. It looks like he is checking the corners and anything for any possible pylon that his opponent might have hidden. And at this moment, both players are going to be taking up their gas, and here is where the game gets interesting. Here is where the decisions needs to be made, and the probe is going to decide to harass the SCV here. And SCV is going to be at around 25 HP before his buddy comes over and helps. Orbital Command along with 1 Marine are going to be coming out. This is pretty much the same build you would expect for pretty much all matchups, except against Zerg, where you just Marine. And Cybercore is being open for MC at this moment, as he does have 3 probes on gas, and TOP does also have 3 SCVs on his gas as well. 1 Marine finally makes it out and is going to force the probe away. So let's take a quick look at the scouting information. Actually, we don't need to do that because both players have perfect scouting information on each other at this moment, as they have not constructed any additional buildings to their initial 3 or 4, give or take 1 or 2. There's going to be 1 mule being called down, and there's going to be a factory being hidden on the side, and I do not believe MC sees this, and he does not. So he does not know there's a factory going up on the side. He, however, has revealed to TOP that he will be taking second gas, and let's see his vision. He does not see whether or not TOP has taken his second gas. So at this moment, TOP does have more information than MC. That may or may not help him, as there is going to be a pylon being hidden on the side and a pylon on the top. So just more places for him to build and hide his structures. There is going to be 1 probe holding it down at the middle with the Zanaga Watchtower, and the 1 Stalker is going to come out, and he should kill off this SCV. The reason you want to kill off the SCV is not so much that you want to make him feel like you're winning the game, but more so that he can't scout you anymore for free, or almost free, I should say. And as soon as he killed off that SCV, he should be putting down some buildings to reveal his tech. And it looks like the factory will be flying over from TOP, and he will be putting down a starport. And I think if he flies it over, then his opponent is going to know that he is going to go for a factory or probably the starport. There's no reason to build a factory and lift it off and fly it in the wrong direction if you're not going to go for the starport, because then you can just do the same thing with a barracks of some sort. With a barracks, that is a problematic sentence. And probe is coming here, but the Marines are at the bottom of the ramp, very smartly placed to deny the scout from his opponent. At the same time, the factory is going inside the base of MC, and MC does have 2 units walking toward the ramp of TOP. He is going to test the waters with 1 Stalker and 1 Zealot. In the meantime, Cloak is being researched, and a Banshee is not yet being built, as the first Banshee is going to start being built at this moment. And upon seeing the bunker, he will back away, and I think that bunker has done its job, has denied his opponent the right to go up the ramp and try to do additional harassment. And if we take a look at the vision of TOP, he will see that his opponent has expanded. He will see the Nexus. He will also see the robotics facility that is going up. Meanwhile, inside, he actually did see the starport there. I believe the starport was a little bit too close to the edge. If he had put in the starport over here or on the side, he would not have been able to see it. But he did spot it, so he does know it's coming. And the factory, costing 100 gas and 200 minerals, or 150 minerals, is going to show 3 gateways along with the robotics facility, as well as the 4th gateway. So he knows exactly what his opponent has. I'm not sure if that's the best investment. He is trying to fly it away, trying to get more value on it. It's always fun to flow a factory over to your opponent's base and just build some Hellions for, roasty toasty probes, drones, or SCVs. And the Hellion is the Banshee is going to come across here, and the Stalkers do see it coming, and the Stalker will have 1 volley, second volley, almost second complete volley, and the Banshee will fly away. 3 gateways coming on very soon, and there's going to be 1 Raven coming out of a tech lab for that starport, along with, let's see what the add-ons are. There's going to be 1 tech lab, 2 tech labs, and third one reactor. And next is this is going to be pumping out probes, and the unit counting station is going to show 4 stalkers, 1 sentry, and 1 zealot versus 4 marines and 1 banshee that got repaired and 1 marauder at this moment. So as soon as these barracks finish and as soon as that warp gate comes into play, there is going to be a lot more units on the field. There are just some observers here. There's 1 observer staying in his base to prevent additional banshee harassment, and there is going to be a total of 4 gateways and no additional research. All 0-0 at this moment, and he's also going to have another observer here on the side. Very, very protective. Very, very good placement of those observers. He does have an expansion, so he should have extra income on top of his opponent, but his opponent does have mules, and he is going to move out here with 3 marauders. And it seems his force is not that... Ooh, he's not going to move out. He's going to destroy the rocks, and thus lowering the rush distance on the ground between these 2 players. And both these players are going to be getting... Ooh, the Terran player is going to be getting some upgrades. The concussive shell along with the stem pack is about to be done, and the robotics bay is going to come out. We will see a Colossus, and there is going to be a Raven. I think the Raven already saw the observer, and he is going to possibly take down the observer, maybe or maybe not. And 2 medevacs are getting pumped out as the starport did switch with the barracks, so the barracks can make more and more marauders instead of marines. Very good usage of those buildings. Great usage of those add-ons as well, but he does not need me to tell him that because he is the guy playing the game and I'm just the guy watching the game. And there's going to be double assimilator going up for the Protoss player momentarily as the army size is at 70 versus 70, dead even, and there's going to be a lot of marines and marauders. Sorry for that little misclick there. And marine marauders plus 2 medevacs, and there is not going to be enough forces for the Protoss player to hold this off, I think, and he is going to make up more and more pylons, and I think this probe will spot it for the Protoss player for the first time. Actually, I think the Protoss player already knows. No, he does see the rocks have gone down, and he does hold the middle position, so he might not see this coming. He does see it now. He's warping out more zealots, and the zealots do not have charge, and he needs some really good force fields here. He does get some force fields off in a really awkward fashion there. Most of the troops are already in the front. He's only really holding back the back 2 marine. To back 1 marine and some marauders, and he's actually going to be moving into the fight, which is not a great thing. And the point defense drone will be able to hold off those stalkers' fire. And from the units lost out, we can see that the Protoss player is far behind, losing about slightly more than double the units. And the Terran player, TOP, is going to come in here. He is going to kill off a lot of these probes. The probes are trying to get into the fight. There's a Colossus in the back. The Colossus should not walk so fast. He does not have a thermal lance upgrade. The Colossus gets 1 kill and gets taken down by TOP. The Zealots are chasing around the Marauders, but the Marauders can kite them if he wants to, but it does not look like he wants to as there are additional reinforcements on the way. There's an Immortal on the way, but I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference as there are so many Marines and Marauders. And this fight, I think, was a really good timing with that switch of the starport and the barracks. I really do like that with the double. Well, actually, there's going to be 3 of those medevacs now. And the medevacs will be able to heal these infantry units no problem. And the units tab does show that the army size is at 43 against 66, which is a huge disadvantage at this point, I think. He does have some units at the top of his ramp. He is going to get a sentry, but that sentry is not going to be able to block off. And some SCVs are going to join the fight as well. Some SCVs did join the fight, and now all the probes are coming in. And the Immortal is going to get focused down pretty much right away. And here some of the Marauders are microing around, and the Stalkers do show up a little bit late to the party. And he is going to lose a lot of these probes. The medevac's still healing. Oh, that was a very, very nice timing push from TOP. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Game number 3 will be coming in really shortly unless I fall asleep or unless the Fu shows up. See you guys at the next game.